Hi, good morning. Today's topic is tax deducted at source, and today I'll discuss a practical topic with you, TDS on expenses at zero rate. When a deductee other than a company or a firm income is below the taxable limit and the income falls under section 193, 194, 194A, 194EE and 194K in the Income Tax Act, they can apply for a certificate for TDS deduction at zero rate. This can be done by submitting a declaration in Form 15G under subsection 1 of section 97A of the Income Tax Act. The certificate granted will be valid for the assessment year specified and is valid only for the person named in it. So they have given me one question that on 2nd November, Global Motors Private Limited receives a bill from Mukta Cooperative Building Society for 5 lakh rupees towards rent on building and furniture. Mukta Cooperative Building Society have a certificate for non-deduction, that is zero rate of income tax on rent. This means that if we have received a bill from Mukta Cooperative Society for 5 lakh rupees, then in this case Mukta Cooperative Society having a certificate for non-deduction, that is zero rate of income tax, which means that in this case there is no tax deducted, TDS will be deducted. I'll open voucher. Here in the journal voucher, first of all I'll keep the date 2nd November. Here I have created rent on building, but here I'll create another ledger, rent of building, rent on building under indirect expenses, and here I'll apply TDS, but it will keep it as a undefined. Alright, here I'll write down 5 lakh. Credit, in credit ledger I'll create Mukta Cooperative Society under sundry creditor. Here I'll enable this option, is TDS deductible to yes. Deductee type now will come as cooperative society resident. Deduct TDS in same voucher, no. And here I'll use the advanced TDS entries. Here I'll use set alter 0 and lower deduction. Here I'll use rent of building under 197 deduction, and the certificate number is 1112023, applicable from 1st April to 31st March at zero rate. That's it. And here I'll add the PAN details. So the PAN details are DS APW 1234D. And this way this entry is done. Alright, so there will be no deduction shall be deducted under zero rate of certification. Next, the next topic is deducting TDS on payments. So this means that when expenses are not booked in journal or purchase invoice, then while recording the payment voucher we can deduct TDS and make payment of remaining amount to the party. In this section we will deduct the TDS while making the payment to party in teleprime. The question is, on 2nd November, Global Motors Private Limited paid 2 lakh to Mr. Prithvi Kapoor, landlord, towards rent for the month of June 2023. By check number 000006. So here we have paid a check to Mr. Prithvi Kapoor. So we are going to open the payment voucher. Alright, here we will use Kotak Mahindra Bank, but here okay, I need to check my check number. Yes, it is already updated. Here I'll create Mr. Prithvi Kapoor. Mr. Prithvi Kapoor under sundry creditor. I'll deduct the TDS. Yes, he is a individual resident. Deduct TDS and same voucher. Yes, I'll select the nature of payment. Now the nature of payment here will be rent of building, and the PAN details are ASD PW 1234D. How much we are making? 2 lakh. Here I'll add a ledger TDS duty on rent. So it will deduct it to be how much? 20,000. Alright, so this way this entry is done and the check number is 00006. Alright, on 2nd November. So this entry is done. Now, the next question is reversal of expenses with TDS, which means that earlier you used to book the expense along with the TDS and also deduct the TDS while booking the expense. But now because of some reasons you want to you want to do the cancellation of the expenses and you also want to get the TDS in return. Alright, so in case of cancellation of transaction, the expenses and TDS deducted needs to be reversed. In Teleprime, such reversal of expenses and TDS is possible only when the cancellation of transaction is made before the payment of TDS to the government. So here on 2nd November 2023, Global Motors Private Limited booked the transportation expenses of 1,20,000 in the name of AK Transporters and deducted TDS with supplier invoice number 4. So here what I need to do, I will open my purchase voucher. Here I'm gonna add the supply invoice number PUR04 dated 2nd November. Here I'll add AK Transporters. Here I'll add transportation with amount of rupees 1,20,000. Here I'll add TDS on transportation. It will come out to be 2,400. Okay, so we have booked the expense and also deduct the TDS. Now I will open. Now in the second part of the question, they are saying that on 2nd November, Global Motors Private Limited cancelled the transaction dated 2nd November with bill number 1,20,000 as AK Transporters failed to send the vehicle on time. So the reason of cancellation of the transaction is that AK Transporter could not able to send the vehicle on time to Global Motor. So that's why Global Motor wants to cancel the transaction. Now for this, I'll open my F10 vouchers. From here, I'll open debit note. I'll add over here AK Transporters. Here in the debit note, I'll add transportation 1,20,000, and TDS on transportation will comes under against reference. Here I select payment to transporter. So this is done. This is done now. Okay, so this way we have cancelled the transaction and also cancelled the TDS deduction also. Now the next topic is deducting TDS on expenses with inventory. When we are going to book the expense along with the inventory also, then how in that case we are going to calculate the TDS. In day-to-day business activities, we came across different types of transactions like transactions with inventory, where GST and TDS are applicable. In this case, it is very difficult to record the transaction without the help of expertise. In TelePrime, we can create an accounting voucher for expenses made towards inventory along with the applicable TDS and GST with ease. Here on 1st November 2023, Global Motors Private Limited receives the bill for 2,29,000 for the supply of 2 lakh containers at 100 rupees per container, and GST at the rate 12% is charged from Karthik Enterprises. Containers are printed with the company logo and other information. TDS is applicable on total container value, that is 2 lakh, and the GST amount 29,000. So in this case, first of all, I'll press F11 and I here enable the GST also. 29 double A triple A 1 1 2 3 4 A1 Z9. Set and alter GST details. Here I'll add other products. Taxability taxable, and rate will be 18%. Okay, so now we will open purchase voucher under stock item. I add item invoice mode. Here the supply invoice number is PUR/05 dated 2nd November. Party account name is Karthik Enterprises. Under sundry creditor, here I'll enable this option. I'll select it is a company resident. Deduct TDS in same voucher, yes. And here the nature of payment will be payment to contractor. PAN details. PAN details are ASD PW1234D. GSTN number. GSTN number is 29 double A BB 1111 A1 Z5. Alright, so this way I have enabled GST also and TDS also. Now we will work together in GST and TDS all together. Here I will create a ledger of purchase account under purchase group. Here I'll apply the GST and settle all GST details. I'll add containers over here. Here I'll select purchase taxable 18%. How much percent is the rate? 12%. Goods. Here I'll apply the TDS and also select the nature of payment, payment to contractor. Nature of payment will be payment to contractor. Here I'll create a stock item of container and the units will be numbers. Numbers NS. Set and alter GST details. Here I add container. On value taxability will be taxable at the rate 12%. Quantity is 2000 numbers of container at the rate 100 per container. 2 lakh आ गया. Next here I'll create a ledger of central tax. Under duties and taxes, I will select GST central tax at the rate 6%. It comes out to be 12,000. Then I'll create another ledger of state tax. Under duties and taxes, type of duty will be GST, state tax 6%. TDS applicability will be applicable and payment to contractor. Here in the central tax also, I'll enable TDS applicable and payment to contractor. Here now I'll create a ledger of TDS on payment in contractor. It will come under duties and taxes. Type of duty I will select here TDS and nature of payment I will select payment to contractor. So you can see that my tax has been deducted 4480. Alright, so I'll show you how. So I'll open Control Plus and calculator. 2 lakh minus 24,000. Enter 1,76,000. Now 1,76,000 into 2%. That is 3520. So this way the tax has been deducted. So the entry is done. Alright. Now the next topic is accounting TDS on fixed assets. So in TelePrime, you can create an accounting voucher for expenses made towards fixed assets along with the applicable TDS. The business scenario is Global Motors Private Limited purchased plant and equipment for 6 lakh rupees. To use this equipment, they require pipeline connections, fittings, electrical connections, fabrication works, etc. at the cost of 2 lakh rupees. On these expenses, tax to be deducted at source. To book all the labor charges, transactions relating to this machine, Global Motors Private Limited has created a ledger, work in progress, capital equipment grouped under fixed assets. After completing all the required work and calibration, this expense will be capitalized added to the purchase. Now the question says that on 1st December 2023, Global Motors Private Limited received a bill for 1,10,000 from Sohan Electricals towards fitting electricals and installation work. For this, I'll open my journal voucher. I'll change the date to 1st December. 1st December. And here, what I'm gonna do is, I will create a ledger, work in progress, capital equipment. It will come under fixed assets. Here I'll enable TDS, yes. Treat as TDS expense, yes. Nature of payment here will be payment to contractor. Alright, here I'll add the PAN number. PAN number is ASE PG1234E. Amount will be 1,10,000. Credit I'll create Sohan Electricals under sundry creditor. Here I'll add, is TDS deductible? Yes. Deducted type will be company resident. Deduct TDS in same voucher? Yes. Payment to contractor. And here the PAN details will be ASEP G1234E. So you can see that now my tax has been deducted 2,200, and credit I'll create TDS on payment to contractor. So you can see that my tax has been deducted 2,200. While booking the expense on fixed asset. Now, the last topic is payment of TDS. As per the Income Tax Act, corporate and non-corporate entities, deductors made payment specified under Income Tax Act to third parties deductee are required to deduct tax at source at prescribed rates on such payments. The TDS so deducted should be deposited to the credit of the central government within 1 week from the last day of the month in which the deduction is made. This is deposited into any of the designated branches of the banks authorized to collect taxes on behalf of the government, accompanied by Income Tax Challan ITNS 281. So here they have given me that on 31st December 2023, Global Motors Private Limited paid 61,200 tax to the government towards TDS on all expenses from 1st July to 30th September by check number 000020 dated 31st December. So here what I'm gonna do, I'll open my payment voucher. Here I'll press Ctrl plus F. I'll do start payment TDS from 1st July to 1st December. 1st December. Section will be all items. Nature of payment, all items. Deductive status, I'll do all items. Residential status will be all items. And cash and bank through Kotak Mahindra Bank. So you can see that total my tax is 74,880 so which I'm gonna pay 2000. So what I'm gonna do, I'll go back. Okay, I'm gonna make this payment through 000007 check number. This way. So this way we have done the payment of tax. Now we will print the ITNS challan. For this we will go back and I'll show you how we are going to print ITNS challan. We will go to daybook. Here I'll open here. I'm gonna press Alt plus P, press enter, go to preview and Alt plus Z, so you can see that this is the TDS tax challan. So you can see that carefully. This is the tax deduction account number. Full name is Global Motors Private Limited. Complete address of Global Motors Private Limited, Karnataka. PIN number is this. And TDS payable by taxpayer is 200. So you can see accordingly. Total you can see that total this much amount has been payable by the Global Motors to the government, and the assessment year is 2024 to 25. Alright, this is the ITNS 281 challan. Okay, so this way I'm done with the topics. So I'll get back to you with other TDS topics in next video. Stay tuned with me. Thank you so much.